Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the secrets behind corporate filings. And let me tell you, this one has some interesting votes. Grab your popcorn because we're about to dive into KULR Technology Group's latest shareholder meeting results and see what the folks at the top have been up to. Hook. Imagine a company that is not just making cool tech, but also asking its shareholders to stamp a whole lot of decisions. That is pretty much what we're seeing here, a whole lot of voting on directors, accounting firms, and fancy new incentive plans. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you love getting these corporate insights without the jargon, hit that subscribe button, and hey, we've got a growing community on Discord to discuss these reports further, so the link is in the description below. So what we have here is what is called a Form 8. Think of it as a special report that companies have to file when something important happens that shareholders need to know about, and it is not just about regular business updates. The big event being reported happened on the 21st of November, 2025. And it was KULR Technology Group Incorporated's annual general meeting of stockholders. This is KULR Technology Group Incorporated, a company incorporated in Delaware, identified by their commission file number 001-40454 and IRS employer identification number 81 to 1,004,273. For those keeping score at home, that is a pretty standard setup for a publicly traded company. Now, we're not going to bore you with addresses or phone numbers because that is not the juicy part. What we care about are the decisions made. KULR is traded on the Nice American LLC under the ticker symbol KULR, its common stock. This means that if you're an investor, this is where you typically buy or sell your shares. The main event here revolves around voting. On the 21st of November, 2025, KULR Technology Group Incorporated, or the company as they refer to themselves, held their annual meeting, and the turnout was quite impressive. A significant number of shares were represented, over 120 million, which is about 83.64% of the shares eligible to vote. This means the meeting had a quorum, which is the minimum number of shareholders needed for official business to be conducted. So the decisions made should hold a lot of weight. So what exactly did the shareholders vote on? Let's break it down. First up, they voted to elect directors. Michael Moe, Joanna D. Massey, Donna H. Greer, Aaron Schwartz, and Sean Cantor were all chosen to be on the board of directors, guiding the company until the next annual meeting. This is pretty standard stuff. The board is responsible for overseeing the company's strategy and performance. Next, they ratified, which means they officially approved the appointment of CB's CPAs PC as the company's independent auditors. These are the folks who check the company's financial statements to make sure they're accurate and fair. It is a crucial step for maintaining trust with investors. Then a big one, they approved the KULR Technology Group Incorporated 2025 Equity Incentive Plan. This plan allows the company to give stock options or other equity awards to employees and executives. It is often used to attract and retain talent, tying their compensation to the company's success. And finally, in an advisory vote meeting, shareholders give their opinion. But the board doesn't have to follow it. They approve the compensation for the company's top named executive officers. This is commonly known as say on pay. Now, let's dig into the numbers for these votes. The devil, as they say, is in the details. And these details tell us how much confidence shareholders have in the current direction and leadership. Looking at the election of directors, the numbers are pretty telling. Each nominee received a substantial number of votes for. For example, Michael Moe received over 107 million votes for him, with only about 500,000 votes withheld. This shows strong support for the board's continuation. The broker non. Votes, which are shares held by brokers that did not receive voting instructions from the beneficial owner, were also a consistent number across all nominees, around 11.8 million. This is typical in large shareholder meetings. When it came to ratifying the appointment of CB's CPAs PC as their independent registered public accounting firm, the shareholders overwhelmingly approved. Out of nearly 120 million total votes cast on this item, a massive 19.2 million were for ratification. Only about 387,000 voted against it, and a small abstained abstained. This indicates that shareholders are comfortable with the company's auditors and their oversight. The approval of the 2025 Equity Incentive Plan also saw strong backing. Over 106 million votes were in favour, with about 1.7 million against and a small number abstaining. This suggests that shareholders, for the most part, agree that giving executives and employees stock incentives is a good way to align everyone's interests with improving the company's performance. Finally, the advisory vote on executive compensation also received a strong endorsement. Over 106 million votes were cast in favour, with just over 1 million votes against. This signals that while there is always room for discussion, shareholders are generally satisfied with how executive pay is structured. especially when tied to performance through plans like the equity incentive. Let's look at the overall picture. The company managed to get a high percentage of shares represented at their meeting, which is a good sign of shareholder engagement. The overwhelming approvals for director elections ordered a ratification. And the equity incentive plan demonstrates significant shareholder confidence in KULR Technology Group's current trajectory and leadership. The advisory vote on executive compensation also shows a general alignment between shareholder sentiment and the board's decisions on pay. Now, looking at these results more broadly, KULR Technology Group seems to be in a stable situation with its shareholders. The votes aren't just numbers, they represent the collective trust or distrust of those who own a piece of the company. A strong showing like this can embolden management to continue with their existing strategies. However, keep in mind that these are just the voting outcomes. The real test for KULR will be how it performs financially in the coming years and how effectively the equity incentive plan drives growth and shareholder value. Also, remember that advisory votes on compensation, while usually well received, can sometimes be a red flag if there is a significant against vote, suggesting shareholders feel pay packages are out of sync with performance. In this case, the support was strong. A notable opportunity here is the approved equity incentive plan, which can be a powerful tool for motivating employees to innovate and achieve ambitious goals. However, a risk could be if the company's future performance doesn't live up to the expectations set by these plans, leading to employee dissatisfaction or a perception of misaligned incentives. In conclusion, KULR Technology Group Incorporated's recent shareholder meeting reflects a high degree of confidence from its investors. The board and management have received clear mandates to continue on their current path, supported by the approval of key initiatives like the 2025 Equity Incentive Plan, which is designed to drive future performance. The company appears to be navigating its shareholder relations effectively, fostering a supportive environment for its strategic objectives. Alright, that is our breakdown of KULR Technology Group's latest filing. What is your take on these votes and what they might mean for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out. And of course, subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord community for more discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.